Hello everyone, I'm Bishi, and tonight we are playing more Dual Destinies. Can you believe they fit 2 Destinies in this thing? Hey Ruuuvo, fancy seeing you here. Fancy meeting you here. Do you come here often? Maybe? Purple. We're gonna run out of purple. Oh! I almost dropped one, sorry. What did I do today? I worked on some things around my home. I also edited some videos and stuff. Made some shorts finally. I feel like I haven't made shorts in like maybe a month or two because life has been lifing. I've barely had time to edit anything, so I've been focusing on my long form stuff, but I know people really like the short form, so I've been trying to get back to it and finally did today. I'm gonna be posting a bunch of my reactions during the RGG summit because there was a lot of good ones. I think I'm gonna make like 10 clips from that stream because there were a lot of good moments. So expect a bunch of those on YouTube in the next few weeks. And then I really need to get back into editing shorts from the Majima playthrough because there are still so many videos I did not get to at all. I feel so behind. So when I was editing my Majima playthrough, I would in my editing program there's like a hotkey you can do that just leaves like a little tick in the video to like make a note of something. So whenever there would be a funny moment, I would just put a little marker there. And then my idea was to go back and, you know, make shorts from every single stream, depending on how many, you know, funny things there are that happened. In the Majima streams, pretty much every stream was clippable. So my idea was to do that, and I think I'm still in like part 7 out of like, oh my god, how many parts were there from Majima? Like 29? So I'm very behind on making clips from that stream, from that playthrough. But trust me, I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna milk Majima. Playthrough. Majima's playthrough. Oh. Was that Majima's? Oh. Robo Majima. Bishi in the corner. No! You will not put Bishi in the corner. Well, if I go to the corner, I get to be next to the Kiryu, so... That wouldn't be too bad. I love whenever Bishi says they're gonna do something to Majima. Ruuuvo's the first one to comment with, huh? It's because, okay, there's 2 answers. One is silly and one is the truth. The truth is that it's because I say Majima's name, and that's Ruuuvo's sleeper cell code word. And whenever they hear the name Majima, their head spins around, even if it has to be 180 to look at whatever said Majima. And the silly answer is jealousy. Which isn't true. And not jealous because I'm doing something. Jealous because I'm doing something with Majima. What? You're just doing something with Majima and not me? I mean, you're doing something with Majima and I'm not there with Majima? It's not over me. Oh, JK. Welcome in, Alfred. Whomst. Whomst is you. I have a Snoopy shirt. So who do you think you're saying whomst to? Snoopy? You wouldn't say whomst to Snoopy. A spoopy Snoopy! A spoopy Snoopy! Oh my god, what's... New vocal stem unlocked. Boopy to the Snoopy. Boop. Snoopy on the boobies. Okay, we'll switch. we'll switch over to the Switch. So, today we are starting episode 5. We just got to the little plot twist last night that Athena's prints were on the lighter that supposedly belongs to the murderer. So they're gonna have to explain that to us. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? I like how you can still see Snoopy. A frightened Snoopy. Episode 5, Turnabout for Tomorrow. No one can escape their past. Yeah, it keeps showing us this. Something happened to her. And then she's involved with the space station somehow as well. The sins we've committed and the sadness we've caused. And then that's Blackwell. Just covered in blood. Coated! No matter how far we run, our past remains. As ever present as the moon in the sky. This music. I swear, this game, Apollo, is just like a Gundam protagonist. Who's also a lawyer. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. We should hold court in the broken courtroom, but only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on and hope towards tomorrow. December 20, 1:23 p.m. Right Anything Agency. They took Athena from the courtroom, straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this very moment. So now we're gonna have to defend Athena. This always happens to us. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now, Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. Oh, I forgot! I thought he was still at the hospital. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be.
It's even quieter in here than usual.
Yeah. It seems so empty, too.
I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid.
Yeah, and I still believe it was, at least based on what we know.
But now Athena is the one who's being accused.
During the trial for the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, a lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. She was subsequently arrested for the murder.
But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Ah, where's the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case?
You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy?
Of course I will. And thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial's tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I'd better get out there and find some evidence.
Off we go, then! We're on a hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence.
Great. Before we go, I'd better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Okay, we got rid of some stuff we don't need. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. But Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to people at the Space Center. I think that's the first time in this whole game that Trucy did not mention the magical panties. Can we celebrate that? Let's celebrate that, huh? And I'm not even exaggerating. I literally think that's the first time she hasn't said it in the whole game. And I think she's coming with us too. So hopefully she doesn't mention it at all. I swear to God, we're gonna show up to the Space Center and she's gonna be like, wow, that spaceship is so large, you definitely couldn't even fit that in my magic panties. And I'm going to lose my shit. Is there a root ale? Root beer actually is accurate. Early versions of it had some yeast, so fermentation in the recipe to give it its foamy top. Oh. So it might have been a little alcoholic in the beginning? Dual Destinies Apollo is constantly aura farming. It's really funny because who does he think he's fooling? Not me! Oh no, it wasn't enough yeast to be alcoholic. Okay. It wishes it was. Yeah, this should be taking place after the tutorial case, so he's fine now. Yeah, I literally forgot that he went off on his own. Welcome in, Zoe! I appreciate they were experimenting with non-linear storytelling in this game. It can get a bit confusing, though. Yeah. Like, the very beginning of episode 4, I was kind of confused, because I was like, oh wait, okay, so this is before the tutorial case. And then we caught up to the tutorial case, and then we zoomed past that into the future, and now we're in present time, and I was like, okay. It's one of those things where, like, they have something happen at the beginning of the game, and then it comes back up in the end of the game, you know? We are doing another You Laugh, You Lose tomorrow. Flame convinced me. We'll be doing that at the beginning of stream before we play more Date Everything. So I guess we'll do it for, like, an hour or something. Or at least until y'all run out of videos, I don't know. Okay. Let's move. Let's look around. December 20, Cosmos Space Center entrance. I was hoping it was the baddie again. Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? Galactic scooter, full speed ahead! Is somebody embarrassed because they got caught in their lies? Director, he scooted away.
His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy.
Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Eh? They turned the screen back on. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, we did find him innocent, at least, but now Athena is in jail. Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yep, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You've given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? I thought he'd be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yep, sounds like Athena. Just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile.
She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena.
There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they can put me in prison instead. I don't mind. We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be all right with you in her corner. I know you'll never give up on her. Apollo has a fine boss to look up to. So, okay, we can talk to him. Have I fixed my YouTube algorithm? I have not checked my desktop YouTube. My mobile YouTube seemed okay. I wasn't getting any weird videos suggested to me, which I found very surprising. So I wonder if it's like different depending on where you find the video, you know? I'm scared to look at my desktop. You know what? Let's go look. Let's see. Opening up YouTube now. I'm seeing my usual algorithm. I'm getting some queso videos, some vanilla videos, music, Germa, Animal Crossing, food videos, Ryan and Shane. Okay, I'm seeing a couple weird things. This very grainy, like, bad quality video of someone reviewing a frozen pizza. I don't know if that one's meant to be funny. Some Try Guys. Some glowing fish, soothing aquarium water, stream noise, 10-hour sleep sound. That is normal for me. Okay, some scary game stuff. That's all normal. Oh, I think it might have just been that one video. Some Tame Impala. I'm surprised I haven't seen any Lady Gaga, to be honest. I listen to her music on YouTube like every day. Oh, well, okay, no, wait. There's the Pepsi hot sauce guy. He made a video called My Yard Sale Haul. So we might have to watch that one tomorrow. It's not that bad. Oh, there's some Yakuza stuff. Okay. Very normal. Not bad, not bad. Just a couple ones. Just a couple. My algorithm isn't ruined. Where's the aliens? I know! Well, maybe tomorrow we can finish the damn video. We can finish that little aliens ASMR video. We'll find that. No soda wizard? Was that what is that him? How do we manage not to poison your algorithm? There was just a couple. He likes the crack. Remember to go incognito next time, I guess. It's fine. We can live life on the wild side a little bit. Well, let me see what y'all are saying. I'll just see what everyone else submits. I'm good on making you laugh with that Tom Scott clip. Understandable? Was it the one where he choked on the vape smoke? It was the one where he says a word that doesn't exist and just goes, ah! Yeah. And disappears. That one got me. I'll upload that one and put it to the desk. Feel free. Use the content aware scale version. Scared. Okay. About the murder. I still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. So, there never was gonna be a launch that day. Not from the very beginning. I wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely he would have noticed when you went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken in. But I guess that's about how it goes, when you're worth less than space debris.
Is he gonna be alright, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as a black hole.
Well, that's just how he is. I feel like that's how parents tell kids to just ignore things all the time. That's just how he is. That's just how it is, Cupcake. That's all. It's just how he is, you know. He's like throwing shit around the room. That's just normal. Welcome in, Rock Dad. Is his head supposed to look like a rocket? I'm pretty sure. What's funny is his hair didn't look like that in the past. We've seen some pictures. I don't think I have a picture with me right now. His hair looked totally normal before, so I don't know what happened. Looks like a colored pencil. Oh my god, he does. You could make a beautiful fall leaf. You could draw a beautiful fall leaf for October. Oh my god.
Mommy, why is Grandma saying bad words?
Oh, that's just how she is, sweetheart. He wanted to be silly. It's the space madness! He got the space madness cut! Oh my god. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murder? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police though. They said they never did find a .10 caliber gun down that trash chute. Just as I thought. The culprit must have carried it away with them when they escaped.
So was the person you saw holding a gun Mr. Starbuck?
I couldn't really tell. But it wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short? I can't even tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door. Ah, yes. As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape.
The door to Launchpad 1, right?
Yeah, except right now, the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the launch pad and the Space Museum are switched right now? Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they're recreating the conditions, huh? I'd like to see what's beyond that door now. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure. Just let me have my print scanned here. Okay. So that's a new place we can go. Do the launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right, because quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear you. I am sure are tough. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. They got their funding cut.
Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond that door.
Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along and show you around? Okay. A little group. A group outing. What's that? Space debris! Space leaves! Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here.
Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center.
She's right. It's a modern, state-of-the-art building, but it's surrounded by trees. But I don't know. If they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes, wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on.
Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor and they came in that way.
Not everything is set up like a magician stage, you know. Okay. The tree did it! It was a woodland elf! A deer! It was that goddamn deer from Adventure Time with the hands! Okay, there's leaves. Leaves on the floor! Leading to the... rocket? I guess? Why don't you make like a tree? And get out of here. Is that a, Back to the Future reference? So this is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep. This one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open sesame.
So when you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints either?
That's right, Trucy. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints when they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor into Boarding Lounge 2. Okay. Biometric door lock, print authentication isn't required from the launchpad side. Well, I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1. Okay. That's it? That's all we get? Why can't we go see, like, the rocket? Or was that the space... No, that was the Space Museum side, wasn't it? I'm confused now. When you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan the prints when they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor into Boarding Lounge 2. Okay. Well, where would we go now? Unless I can present something to you? Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? No. Sorry, I'm so useless. No, it's alright. There's no need to get all depressed. Okay. Show him the cronut. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Okay, I guess we're done here. We just go talk to Athena now? I'm really surprised there's nothing else to see. Okay, we're back at the entrance. Curse the wretch who sullied my good name! Reverse course and full speed away! Director Cosmos, wait! Is this gonna happen every time?
I'll handle this, Daddy. Take that!
Ah! The mobility system's been compromised!
Trucy's knife throw was a direct hit to one of his tires. Knife?!
And the streak continues.
Maybe I should have... Oh, sorry. Maybe I should have kept a closer watch on what tricks she's been practicing.
My dear old battleship. We've fought many a skirmish together. It has been an honor.
Daddy, he's gonna blow that thing up!
Nah, I bet all that button will do is make it go haywire again.
Very well. I surrender. As a prisoner of war, I expect to be treated honorably.
Okay, now we can talk to him. Director Cosmos, when you were talking in court about switching the launch pads, you used your right to remain silent about the reason as to why. I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched the two launch pads to begin with.
Please, I can't. I exercise my right to remain silent. But I will say my hands were tied. I was only doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in the blast. The center of the cosmos is shrouded in mystery. but I don't have any secrets left. Now that my battleship has been destroyed and I've been taken prisoner.
Oh!
Liar!
No secrets left, huh? I beg to differ. Looks like I'll have to undo his psych locks if I want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. I don't know if we're ready for it, but we'll try. And then let me see. Talk to staff. Find out why the launch pads were switched. Okay. Let's try it. I love Back to the Future. I've seen all the movies many times. Behind the switching of the launch pads. This is why I don't trust ends. Oh my god. Trucy almost stabbed a man. He's gonna grow up to be a murder assassin person. A murder assassin that murders people. I don't think the right to remain silent actually matters in court. You have to answer anything asked of you truthfully, right? I feel like the right to remain silent is only applicable, like, before you go to court. Like, when the cops are arresting you. I don't really know. Can you refuse to answer something? Would they put you in, like, contempt of court if you didn't answer something? But you can plead the fifth. So you could, like, if you're on the stand and you're being accused of murder and they ask you a question, you can just be like, I refuse to answer. Right? He murders people murderously. He slays. Literally. What about, like, a drag queen assassin? Let's make a movie about that. Like, the drag queen's really cool. And, you know. Assassin's Creed is the true sequel to Ace Attorney. I want you to tell me everything you're hiding about the switching of the two launch pads.
I refuse. You can't make me. I can hold out longer than anyone.
I hope I never get like this when I'm old. Now let's see. Where to start? This is how you explained your motive for switching the launch pads. You did it to fool the bomber, prevent the bombing, to save the astronauts. I think it was to save the astronauts. Is what he said. Time for me to perish. Go to bed. Gotta give heads up before I pass out again. Yeah, you kind of just noped out of here the other day. I just know, I was like, oh, Ruuuvo hasn't said anything in a while. Probably asleep. Good night, Ruuuvo. I'll see you later. There was an action movie about a drag queen assassin, but I heard it wasn't that good. Not even in a campy and iconic way. Just not great. Ugh. Missed opportunity. Thanks to you switching the launch pads, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket, far away from the actual explosion.
My astronauts were raring to go out on an authentic adventure in space. How do you propose I had them board a fake rocket without them noticing?
I agree you couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant they stepped into the Space Museum. You figured you could fool Mr. Starbuck once he'd been drugged with his medication, but without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull your plan off. Oh. Maybe it was Clay. That would explain why, he didn't just immediately turn around. Unless it's gonna be one of the robots or Aura? Based on what we know, I'm gonna say Clay.
Take that!
You must have gotten Mr. Turan to help you. Okay, that's it. Urgh. He stole the tranquilizers from his mentor's locker and slipped them to him. And then, with Mr. Starbuck in a daze, they boarded the replica rocket in the museum.
Ah! Someone please help this poor prisoner of war!
How is he able to spin around like that? If you really wanted to save the astronauts' lives, shouldn't you have just called off the launch?
If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone to all the trouble?
I guess he must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't call it off. But how did you know to switch the pads in advance of the bombing incident? Well, they got a phone call.
Well, that's because I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure my astronauts' safety.
But it was just a warning. It could even have been a prank. Why did you believe in it so completely?
Because I went to one of those mediums that everyone's talking about these days.
Oh? I didn't realize channeling was back in vogue. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone.
Yes, that's right. The bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communications system, you see.
AKA a regular old telephone.
It's been a while. Planning another launch? I see you haven't learned. I'll never forget the terror I felt when I received that call.
The bomber said it's been a while? And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously? Perhaps Director Cosmos took the threat so seriously because the Space Center had been involved in a bombing once before? That's been established. Maybe the culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident, the Hat 1 Miracle. The Hat 1 Miracle, that epic story of survival. People across the nation know it now as a heroic tale of bravery. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetrated by our current killer, wasn't it? Very few knew about the previous plot, so when the caller said it's been a while, you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the danger was real, and it wasn't a prank.
Ah! Didn't anyone ever tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman? Yes, the Hat 1 Miracle was really a desperate battle against an act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight.
Sabotage. Murder. So this is the ugly truth behind the Hat 1 Miracle.
I let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught, and that the case was closed.
Oh, I'm starting to piece things together. Wait a minute. A murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. This must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit. I think it's Blackwell. I mean, who else could it be? Yeah, that's it.
Take that!
Simon Blackwell, the murder suspect in a case that happened here 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, the murder and the sabotage, were the same. So you thought that he committed both crimes. But while Prosecutor Blackwell was behind bars, you got another threatening call. If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then it isn't Simon Blackwell. Realizing that, you were shaken. It meant the true culprit's been running free all this time.
How do you keep seeing straight through me?
There we go. Chat, I'm so thirsty. I just want to drink that whole cup of water. Oh. Okay, I never saw the movie, so I don't know if it's true. We need a real drag queen action flick, right? Guns and glitter. Coming to a theater near you, honey. I had to think of the character. He's not the focal point, but I immediately thought of Job from Banshee? A drag queen character who is a hacker and a criminal. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Heh, he said duty. My chat. This is my chat. Okay. The reason why Director Cosmos won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is connected to the truth behind the Hat 1 Miracle. The sabotage and murder that happened at this Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmos, tell us what you're hiding.
if you really want to understand the reason I decided to switch the launch pads, we'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago.
7 years ago? You mean the so-called Hat 1 miracle?
Flashback music.
The launch went smoothly, but once the ship entered outer space, then the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme.
Let's take some notes on this. Okay, so, the Hat 1 miracle. 7 years ago, Simon Blackwell was found guilty of murder. So they thought he was the bomber. But then the director got a bomb threat for this new launch, which proved that Simon was not guilty. Okay, so he's in prison when he's not supposed to be. So Mr. Starbuck's traumatic experience wasn't accidental.
Not only that, before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
Okay, so staff at the station was killed, and a moon rock was stolen.
Wow, I had no idea such awful events were behind that exciting story of space heroism.
All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
So, do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage?
At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy.
A spy? You mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country? Carries out dangerous missions and always gets the girl?
Someone's watching way too many late-night movies. Well, I guess if we're talking about blowing up a rocket and stealing research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all. Okay.
Make no mistake. There's cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space R&D race. Some try to outdo others by any means possible, even deliberate obstruction. 7 years ago, we got a call before the launch warning us of sabotage.
The same MO as this time.
Yes, and here I thought the perpetrator had been caught, but it looks like I was wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think?
Aren't ninjas and spies basically the same thing?
But there's a good reason we failed to find the real spy. A massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy.
Don't tell me they made the police rush the investigation.
They did indeed. And then, to cover up the sabotage, they cleaned up the story.
And that was the Hat 1 miracle, wasn't it? But then 7 years later, the same MO. Advance warning of sabotage. That must have been the director's reason for switching the launch pads. Okay. Director says this has been done by a spy. And then, the last time the government covered it up, rushed the investigation. Because they were embarrassed. Oh no. So embarrassing. Oh my god, I hate when I allow a spy to sabotage my space exploration mission. Oh, it's the worst. 7 years ago, the spy gave you advance warning of their plans, just like last time. Or just like this time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pads, wasn't it?
That's right. The caller knew the facts of the case 7 years ago, despite the cover-up. They knew about the sabotage, the moon rock, the murder, and they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me.
Oh.
We don't give in to the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor. It was quite a moving speech, actually.
Moving? Really? Maybe if you're easily inspired by political talking points.
But I knew the truth. We'd been warned, which meant that the danger was very real. And I knew there was no way to stop the spy. No matter what I did, they would find a way. That's why I switched the launch pads and staged the moving rescue scene.
With Turan bringing, Starbuck.
First, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. That way the astronauts would go from Boarding Lounge 1 to the Space Museum. Then, I put a closed for repairs sign at the door to Launch Pad 1 and Boarding Lounge 2.
Okay. You did that so normal visitors wouldn't enter, right? What else did you do?
I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Turan.
But you didn't let Mr. Starbuck in on it?
He'd already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well. Till.
Place murder.
After the culprit made their escape, I switched the launch pads back. I did it in such a way that no one would find out. But after all that effort, Turan is dead, and the Hat 2 is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us only recently, was also lost in the blast.
I thought we had it. It's right here.
My home, the center of the cosmos, my beautiful Cosmos Space Center is done for!
Wait, what did he mean by the Hope capsule was lost? Right, we have it right here. Couldn't find the movie I was talking about, but I did find a movie about a drag queen getting revenge. Ooh. Called Femme. Can't find the other movie, probably for the best. If it's not very good, then it's fine. Someday Trucy wants to get the girl. Ooh. In the capsule. I thought the Hope capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Turan. It had just been brought back by the Hope space probe with asteroid samples inside. So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Turan's murder.
Unless that was a lie.
The capsule was being held in a safe in Launch Pad 1, but I gave it to Turan before the incident so it wouldn't be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was that with it safely in Turan's possession, he could make it look like he rescued it during the staged miraculous escape. But our precious research materials ended up lost to that explosion anyway.
But I thought Clay was supposed to keep it safe.
You misunderstand. The launch pad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated it as evidence.
But they'll get it back eventually.
It was the courtroom bombing from the other day.
No!
The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens.
Oh my god. It took 7 years for that to come back. Yet another casualty of the blast.
Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about the switching of the launch pads.
What? How?
The police found a wiretapping device during their investigation today. A bug aboard my battleship. A tap on my advanced communications system.
A wire on the phone. So I'm thinking the spy works for him. I think the spy is one of the people that works for him. Obviously, the most guilty-seeming one so far, the most suspicious one, is Aura. Which would be interesting because her brother took the fall for what happened 7 years ago. But they don't seem exactly friendly, so... I don't know! A wire on that phone?
Yes, a wire on this very phone. I used this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch. Just to the few select members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launchpad 1. The culprit probably slipped in with them amid the confusion.
And planted the bomb then. Yes, if they were tapping your phone, they definitely could pull something like that off. So you really think the same spy is behind this incident and the one 7 years ago?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Then this spy must be the Phantom Prosecutor Blackwell's been chasing. The Prosecutor Blackwell told me once, "The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too."
So if we can find this Phantom...
That's right. We can clear Athena's name. And then there's the matter of Prosecutor Blackwell too.
What about him?
Well, if the culprit of 7 years ago is the same person as in the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. That's still an if, though.
I wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs. But if we're going on a ghost hunt, count me in.
It's all over for me. Spin, spin, whirl, whirl, I'm done for. The center of the cosmos is doomed.
Do you think he's gonna be alright, Daddy?
Well, he's just like that. At least he'll be in good company. There must be planets out there he can spin with. Which reminds me, I'd like to delve a little deeper into the Hat 1 mission, too.
If you want to learn more, start with the Space Museum. There's a Hat 1 exhibit there. Oh, don't mind me. I'll just keep spinning here and see how the cosmos unfolds.
It's like he achieved spiritual enlightenment or something.
I'm sure he'll stop when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum. Okay. He's still going. December 20. Cosmos. Space Center. Space Museum.
Let's see. Where's the exhibit on the launch 7 years ago?
There. That's the Hat 1 exhibit.
Oh, wow. Look at that photo of the team.
Yeah, let's look at this more closely. So, I'm assuming the person that was killed is the person on the far right over there? Because everyone else here is accounted for, except for Clay now. That's a recent death. Thank you for the lurk, Panda. And then there's, Starbuck looking normal. There's Clay and Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, Aura Blackwell, and even Ponko. But I've never seen the woman on the right before.
Everybody looks so happy. Except for Director Cosmos.
Let's check out the newspaper article, too. There's the samurai sword. Hat 1 launch imminent. And there's a photo of the Hope space probe. I guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage.
They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at that jacket.
It must be Hat 1's team... Oh my god. It must be the Hat 1 team's uniform jacket. It's the same design as the one Apollo was wearing, the one that belonged to Clay.
Actual jacket worn by a Hat 1 team member, it says.
And then there's like a gash in it. Not a replica, huh? I wonder if it was Mr. Starbuck's. Okay, a newspaper clipping, a photo of the people involved with the launch, and a jacket one of them wore. Hello? Oh! Miss Woods! What brings you here?
I heard Athena got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here, at the scene.
You must be so worried. But rest assured, I'm going to do my very best to defend her.
Athena's going through such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart. Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her.
Huh? You mean the Space Center?
What? You didn't know? She used to live here when she was a little girl.
Now, how did she live here? She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she knew so much. Miss Woods, could you tell me more in detail? We're finally gonna get Athena's backstory. Okay, here we go. Now, what else did they talk about? I think I wrote down everything I need to know. We basically just need to find the bad guy from 7 years ago. Okay.
Athena's mom worked here.
Oh no. Was that baddie in the photo her mom?
If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that.
But why was a psychology specialist working at a space research facility?
I don't really know. But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Athena lived here too.
So it was far from Athena's first time here. I wonder why she didn't mention it.
She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory for her.
A sad memory? Can you tell me about it?
There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago.
Same time frame as the Hat 1 launch.
Athena's mom, in the robotics lab, she was murdered. What? After it happened, Athena stopped coming to school.
Poor Athena. And all this time, she never let on at all.
I was so worried about her. I came here so many times hoping to see her. But I never saw her again. After a while, we started exchanging letters. But I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years.
And so the first time you'd seen her in 7 years was during Professor Quartz's case? When she defended her?
That's right. And I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person. So cheerful and happy.
Wow. What was Athena like as a child?
She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home. That's completely different from the Athena we know now. I can't even picture it. She never left the Space Center much because she was very sensitive to other people's emotions. When she went to crowded places, she would get dizzy from all the emotions flying around.
It must be hard to hear people's hearts as well as their voices. Oh, baby Athena!
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
Huh. I wonder what kind of research it was.
Because of her special ability, Athena couldn't handle being in school very often. And I was always out sick because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories. Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Ooh, Daddy, show her that picture.
Atta girl. Good idea. Okay. This song is cute. Cute but sad. So we'll show this. I think I do need to go take a break though because I'm out of water and I am so thirsty. So, okay. So 7 years ago, Athena's mom was murdered. She was a psychologist. working at the Space Center. And Athena lived there with her. And I'm sure it's gonna be the woman on the far right of the photo, but I'll just wait till we get that confirmed. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick BRB just to get some water, so I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Feel free to also grab a drink or a snack if you need it, BRB. Alright. I am back. Back from the kitchen. Got my nice ice cold water. I think I need to show her this picture. Back up a little bit. Get away from me. Miss Woods, could you take a look at this for me?
Oh, look. There's Thena's mom. The woman on the far right. The one in the kimono. That's Dr. Metis Sykes.
Metis Sykes. Metis Sykes. Metis Sykes. I think that's something. Maybe. I don't know. Thena's mother's murder. Did it by any chance have any connection to the Hat 1 launch?
What? Why, yes it did.
Oh. Of course it did. Her name was Metis. Eh?
As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch.
Just as I suspected.
That wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
So this is the murder Director Cosmos was talking about. Does that mean that the crime Prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case.
There is?
Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods. And please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her. So we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. We've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can fit it all in before the day is through.
The detention center first, then. We have to see Athena before visiting hours are over. All right. So, yeah, this means that Blackwell is in jail for Athena's mom's murder. Man, how weird did she feel when she saw him in the courtroom? I think she did have a weird reaction. Well, it isn't Mr. Lawyer. Fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Fulbright. Here on business? To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tenate, the one behind the courtroom bombing. He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about the case, and what he was saying was so incredible, I just had to come right over to hear more.
Incredible? What was he saying?
Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself? Really? Us? Are you sure? Ha ha ha! I give you my special permission. Here comes the bomber now. With a bomb. Oh. You. What nerve you have to come here. You're here to laugh at me, I suppose. Like I'd waste my breath on you. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital. Violence, no. Question, okay. No violence. Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine. Just answer me this, Mr. Tenate. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up? No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I killed Detective Arm, there was another person in the room, so he admits that he killed the detective.
What are you talking about? Who else could have been there?
I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. This person was there and witnessed the murder I committed. What? I don't know who it was, but that's who blew up the courtroom.
You expect us to buy that?
Easy, Trucy. I don't see any Cyclops, so I guess he must not be lying. Pardon me. I got a little carried away. But I'm telling you the truth. I did not detonate that bomb. And there you have it. We can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up.
Take a sip.
I can do that. I took more than a sip. It was kind of like a gulp. I don't know why I'm so thirsty today. Master check. You know what? I am off on the side. I don't know why. I think my chair was... Yeah, there we go. Is that the posture check? My posture's pretty good right now, actually. I'm sitting up straight. I'm sitting up so straight that my head's getting cut off. But thank you for letting me know I was off screen. I didn't even know. I'm back with the milk. Are you winning? Well, do you have cookies with the milk? That's the question. Cheetos? What kind? Just normal? I have been obsessed with hot Cheetos with lime lately. Like, it's kind of a problem. I literally am making myself stop buying them because I've been buying them every time we go to the store and just eating them within like a week. It's bad. Magic worms. I'm going to get only orange. And I think I only have one. I want them to camouflage. That almost blends in completely. That almost totally blends in. Hot Cheetos, of course, of course. Well, now I'm jealous because I can't eat anymore. I just feel like I was having too much. You know? I feel like you can have too much of the spicy chips, for sure. I don't want to make myself sick. Trust me, it's bad. I've gone through like 4 bags of chips in like a month or two. I don't know. It's excessive. I got oatmeal raisin. Ooh. Which is objectively the best cookie. Well, I would argue with you on that one. If you don't agree, you can buy your own. I will. Snickerdoodles are really good. That's Ruuvo's favorite. My favorite is just chocolate chip. Love me a good chocolate chip. I do like the oatmeal raisin cookies, though. I actually had some recently that were really good. M&M cookies are really good. Oh, lemon cookies. There's so many different types of cookies, though. Like, there's some really unique flavors out there. But when it comes to the basic flavors, I like chocolate chip. The only chips I hate are lime Lays. They taste sour in a bad way. Oh, I don't think I've tried those. My favorite chip before the hot Cheeto fiasco that I'm going through right now, were jalapeno kettle chips. Delicious. 100%. I have them only sometimes. I love spice, but it would be hurtful. Yeah. Like, I haven't had a stomachache eating them. I just feel like I'm probably just having too many. I think so. Bugles. I've had them a few times. They're good. I don't really see them very much. But I don't really get them a lot. I usually tend to go for like kettle chips, ruffled chips that I get with like a dip of some kind. Obviously hot Cheetos lately. I like Doritos. I think my favorite flavor of the Doritos is the sweet chili. Even that I haven't seen at the store, so. I also like combos. I don't know that one. Love jalapeno kettle chips, even though I have to get them with sour cream because I am baby. I haven't tried them with sour cream. I think it depends on the brand too. Some are probably super spicy. The ones I get are like semi-spicy. How's everyone's spice tolerance here? I can eat like pickled jalapenos straight up and it's not that bad. Hot Cheetos barely do anything to me. But like, I'm not gonna bite into a habanero. You know what I mean? I'm South Asian, so very... Oh, yeah. I like spice, and I like the flavor it can give to food, but... especially when I go out to eat places, I don't want to be sniffling every 2 seconds, because I don't handle intense spice very well. So I always get like the lowest tier of spice, but I do like a little bit. Triple extra hot Cheetos are so good, but maybe once a month, yeah. I don't know why people hate on Fritos. I'll eat Fritos if there's nothing else, but they're not my favorite. There's something about, like, the flavor is a little... It's not as appetizing as other chips. Like, I can't zone out and eat a whole bag of Fritos, you know? I'd be conscious of, like, okay, I'm getting sick of the flavor now. They're good for dipping in things, but, like, not the kind of dips I like? I don't know. But I don't hate Fritos. Medium low. I can take spice, but I can't bite into a habanero either. Yeah, I mean... I don't think most people bite into habaneros, but... Meanwhile, I'm very Western European and pretty spice intolerant. I'm developing more of a love for sriracha, though. Oh, sriracha's good. High tolerance. I consistently only get the hottest choices at Wing Place. Oh, yeah, I think you've talked about getting, like, ghost pepper flavors and stuff before, so... I couldn't do it. I don't even think I would put it as, like, an unlockable thing for, like, you know, when we do events like the subathons and stuff. I don't think I could put, like, oh, eat a ghost pepper chip. I think I would die on the spot, you know? I would just evaporate into nothing. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. Oh, wow. Wait a second, that looks like the space rock. That little black and yellow one? We haven't found any new facts yet, though. Wow, they've laid it all out piece by piece. Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them. Uh-oh. Looks like his geek switch has been activated. A phony Fanty bomb added to the court record. It was found in boarding lounge 1 and detonated in courtroom number 4. Fragments are being analyzed. Yeah, that would explain why the bombs are the same. Because I forgot that they said the bomb at the space station also was in the plushie. Okay, give me a second. I want to look at that. Yeah, here's the picture. Okay, that is totally the space rock. Because that was... Yep. Right here. I think that's the moon rock. Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwill's special brand of questioning. Anything but that. I'm afraid I have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes.
You're going to see Athena now?
That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Well, off I go. Oh, okay. What bad timing. Looks like we'll have to wait until after her questioning is over to see her.
And after we came all this way, too. I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot to write down that the mom was killed here. I'm very suspicious of Aura. December 20, Cosmos Space Center Robotics Lab. It's a mess in here!
So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly 1 floor above the boarding lounge.
And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robotics...
Daddy, look! Over there!
Oh, Apollo! So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule. Is that right? Oh, okay. There's the baddie. There she is. See, I think she's a baddie, hotness-wise, and I think she actually might be a baddie, too. Like a bad. Apollo, my boy. He's back. 1 spoonful of Carolina Reaper seeds for the final sub-goal. I would have to go to the hospital. I mean, I've heard of stories where people had stuff that was so spicy and they had such a bad reaction to it that they had to go to the hospital. It usually would, like, trigger something else. I think, oh my god, what was it? I don't think it was... Oh my god, was it asthma? I think I remember hearing a story of this person that was doing, like, a spicy challenge. And they had asthma, and I think, like, it was so spicy that they couldn't breathe, and their asthma got, activated, I guess. And it's scary. A scary thing. I swear habanero sauce is radioactive. I have an uncle who's Mexican, and we gave him a bottle of habanero hot sauce because he adds hot sauce to everything. Fulbright looks like the long-lost child of Doug Dimmadome. Oh my god. His nephew, maybe. I can't eat meat without Carolina hot sauce or some kind of spice. Wow. It just feels like it's missing something. She's a total baddie because she's bad, beautiful, and probably a murderer. Exactly. Ooh, capsaicin can dissolve your stomach lining and give you ulcers. Exactly, yeah. And yeah, I could send someone to the hospital. Asthma too. Oh, yeah. It could really mess you up. But can she mess me up? Yeah, more or less. That's her answering my question. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? It's poisoned! Apollo and Aura Blackwell. I wonder what they're talking about. But her vibes, though. Her aura, though. Well, come to spoil our fun. Just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trissy. And Mr. Wright. Why'd he say it like that? It's Apollo you want. You can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate the lab. Well, this is my lab, so you'll need my permission if you want to do any snooping. I see a picture. I think that's the mom on the desk. I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly, Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed, and they all lived happily ever after.
Ugh, Daddy, say something to her!
And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court. Am I right? A princess, huh? I guess she's talking about Athena. Of course. Athena is innocent. Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet.
Apollo, how could you?
What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate? I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena? I mean, I guess his loyalty lies with his best friend who got murdered, you know? So he doesn't really care who did it. He just wants to find out who did it and get justice for his friend, but it doesn't even logically make any sense that she would do that. Like, what would be her motive for killing him, you know? It doesn't make any sense. Is Aura auditioning to be the next boss of Team Rocket? Because she would be the best boss they ever had, because she's slaying so hard. So she would automatically win. Capsaicin can... Oh, sorry. Capsaicin can also be used as an analgesic for joint pain, but only if applied on the skin. Really fascinating how something that can murder your insides can do the opposite on the outside. You know, I think I've heard of that. I think I have heard of that. How do I say that word? I've seen it several times, but I can never say it. Analgesic? Like, not anesthesia. Like a numbing? A numbing thing, right? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Flame is the chat doctor. Which actually, I think Flame is in pharmacy, so if someone needs emergency surgery, we're gonna be in danger. Oh, just pain reliever. Okay. We'll have to figure out how to say it later.
All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Mr. Turan, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay?
Mr. Turan? Well, that's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Turan, how are your injuries? Mr. Turan... Mr. Turan, how are your injuries? Mr. Turan... I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course.
A robot that can see ghosts. Yeah, right. And I am a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth.
Just like 7 years ago.
Oh, no. Also, Aura, what did you do to this thing? This robot? Speaking of cute things that can see ghosts, has anybody here... Oh, is anybody here gonna see Good Boy? Oh, I've been seeing trailers. Yeah, that's the movie where it's from the perspective of a dog and a family that's being haunted. I think that's a great premise. A great premise. I do want to see it. I want to, but I'm nervous. Do you not like scary stuff? I want to see it. I like a good movie that does something different. You know? I think it's gonna be good. "7 years ago. Has she said anything I should write down? Yes. Okay, so we're talking to Aura now. So, her robot mistook Apollo for Clay. Which they look nothing alike, so that's weird. But they used to be friends hanging out here at the space station, so... No, I'm nervous about if something bad happens to the dog. Do you want me to spoiler you? Because I've heard something. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It's just like people who... For someone that cares about that, I think you would probably want to know. The dog is precious. It is. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but people have been talking about that. I guess in anticipation of the movie coming out. Because I think the director talked about it and addressed it. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check before I say something. Because I heard about it. Yeah. I'll take my chances, but thanks for the offer. Okay. A lot of people have been saying the same thing. They're on the edge of their seat because the dog is in danger. Yeah. For anyone that wants to know, don't say it in the chat because we do have people that don't want to know. But the answer is out there because the director addressed it. So if you need to know before you try watching the movie, the information is out there. But yeah, I would like to see it. I think it'd be really interesting. Can you tell me about the incident 7 years ago? Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their wounds? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return? I'd like to hear about that incident too. It would help me understand the current case better. Huh? Paula knows about that case too? Well, if you're the one who's asking, Apollo. Come on, hunk of junk. You tell the story.
But Miss Aura, that's private information.
If you won't talk, I'll just have to make you talk. Poor robot.
Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me! I am ready to utilize my blast processing abilities to impart all available information! Wow, what a magic trick. He's like a completely different robot now. The bodies of all the robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then.
Yikes. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clonko.
And then our hearts were created by the great genius Dr. Metis Sykes.
Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing?
Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Ah!
Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. Yeah, there's a picture of her. Looking very forlorn. Nobody could continue Metis's research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now, the two navigation companions are all that are left of Metis here on Earth. The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? Yeah, she has something against her daughter. We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. Tragic lesbians? But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat.
Miss Aura, would you like a tissue?
Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk.
Bonko's an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better.
What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies. What do you mean by that? The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So, I can do anything I want to them. I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. But why are you people looking into such an old case now anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case.
So Daddy's gonna find out who killed Dr. Sykes, too.
I'm sure you're aware of who Metis's killer is. Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell. Or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now. But that's exactly why I'd like to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. Save. Also, yeah, they picked the most innocent-looking dog possible. Yeah, the dog is really cute. I'm gonna go look up another picture of him. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I thought I remembered him. He's like this like light brown dog with like a little white stripe on his face. So cute. He looks like a good boy. Oh god, one of the posters is like the little dog's face innocently looking up, And then there's like a monster ghost hand like about to pat him on the head. Oh no. A very good dog. His name is Indy. Oh my. Adorable. Okay, has she said something I should write down? I think so. So it seems like Aura really loved her. So maybe Aura's not the murderer. Because why would she murder her if she loves her so much? I mean, she has a picture of her on her desk, you know? Okay, so Aura loved, Dr. Sykes. What kind of love, we don't know. Y'all know what my headcanon is. Let's see. So, Aura and Metis created the navigation robots together. Aura built them. We can never rule out toxic Yuri. It's true. So true. Okay, and then Metis gave them emotions. I'll put, like, personality, too. Okay. And then she obviously has something against Athena. See, what it is Aura was in love with the doctor, and then the doctor went and got in a relationship with a guy and had a baby, and so then Athena became the representation of her never getting to be with her beloved, because her beloved was straight. She fell in love with a straight girl, and that's always how this goes. Somebody dies, you know? You don't fall in love with the straight person when you're gay. You don't do it. It doesn't go well. I do not have first-hand experience, by the way. I just know that. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court. Okay. Ah, Prosecutor Blackwill's forte. His infamous power of suggestion technique. Exactly. And he was oddly serious about it. Rather than a teacher-student relationship, he treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his sovereign. He seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. He even got along well with that miserable little princess.
Why do you call Athena the princess anyway?
Well, she is Metis' daughter, after all. Although she's nothing like her. Besides, doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. Maybe she thinks Athena did something wrong?
So, the culprit behind the two cases could be the same, huh?
That settles it then. What does it settle? None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around in here anyway?
What? But we came here to take a look around.
You think you can just waltz in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant! The robot! Her little twitching smile? I don't know, Chad. I kinda like her a lot. Why do I like the toxic ones? We're not the police, so we don't have one. Then get out. Now! Plunko, show them out.
Certainly, Miss Aura. Oh! Ouch! Don't push! My apologies. I'm just following orders.
Ah! We didn't even get to look around. December 20. Yes, I know where we are. We got kicked out. What a way to get shown out.
The nerve of that woman. What's with that horrible attitude?
I guess that's just how she is. That's the third time you've said that.
And why was Apollo going along with her?
I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay, just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that.
I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? Yes.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Hey, wait! Trucy, come back! She's gone. What should I do now? Detective Fulbright is probably still questioning Athena. I guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. We're not gonna argue with you. I've liked characters who are worse. I've also liked characters who are worse than her. Back at the agency. Back at it again. All on our lonesome. Yeah, Aura is Black Quill's older sister. So I guess the setup here is that 7 years ago, we have this team of people that work at the space station. We have Clay, who is the current victim in this case that was murdered. We have his mentor who went to space, Starbuck, the director, and then there's Aura, and then the one all the way on the right is Athena's mom, who was murdered 7 years ago. And so... And then we have Simon, and Simon is the younger brother of Aura. And then here's the mom. I think that's about it. And now we have Athena, who 7 years later now is working as a lawyer with psychology background. And she's just been thrown in prison because her fingerprints were found on this lighter that was found at the scene of the murder with Turan's blood on it. So things are not looking good. But there you go. 92% love with Aura. Oh, get out of here. Get out. Here I am. This office has never felt so empty. Guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. He's just gonna take a nap. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then, for a while after that, she was always by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. There's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? Is it from Maya?
Hey, Nick. It's been a while, huh? Miss me?
I know this handwriting. Oh.
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom? That must have been really something. Although weird is par for the course with you.
I think she, or whatever paper she's reading, is a little off on the details.
I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part in my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up.
Maya! Yours truly, Maya Fey. Good old Maya. It's as if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. She probably did. Probably sensed it. Maya Winky, no! Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, but she's a spirit medium. This Magatama I use on Cyclops, Maya's the one who gave it to me. But I wonder how this letter got here.
Mr. Nick?
Ah! Ah! The baby! Oh, it's you, Pearls.
It's the baby!
Oh my god, she grew up! How long has it been since we last saw her? I think she was like 9 years old in the other games. She's a baby. Oh my god. Baby. It's Pearly. Save. Baby spotted. Oh, I can't really give her a baby voice anymore. I think I used to make her sound like, "How have you been, Mr. Nick?" Like a little baby. What if she just has the same voice? Even in other games, if she pops up and she's like an adult.
Hi, my name is Pearl, and I'm a medium.
Yeah, she might be around Trucy's age at this point. Yeah, like a teenager? Maybe like 14 or something, I bet? I don't know. Oh, she's the age Maya was when we met her. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that was around 14 or 15 or something. Maya was really little.
How have you been, Mr. Nick?
She's gonna sound just like Maya. Do a deep voice. How have you been, Mr. Nick? Puberty was rough. Oh no, Maya was like 17. There's no way Pearl's a 17. She's 17 already? No. It's been that long? So Maya must be like in her 20s. Jesus. This is Pearl Faye, though I call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin, who's also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you?
I apologize for barging in. The door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different.
She kind of acts like Maya. That little, like... That's a Maya thing. She's even further off on the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there's a lot going on.
Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. Did you read the postscript on the letter?
Hmm? There's more? Oh, yeah, here it is. P.S.
I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearly said she would come help you. Isn't she sweet? You'd better thank her.
She had to send Pearls to come clean his house? Will you still do the voice if she does that? Yes. I'll try to keep an eye out. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. Maya and Pearls. Thanks to these two, I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls.
Now that I'm here, I'm gonna whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all.
I'll need to talk to Prosecutor Blackquill if I want to learn more about his case. The trial's still going on. They must be holding him down at the detention center. That's it? Oh, okay. Bye, Pearls. Oh. A baby. Yeah, she's 17 here, so Maya's 26. That's crazy! All grown up. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Dolls? Prosecutor Blackquill.
Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk.
Miss Blackquill, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about? We have company, Aura. Please, try to calm down. Alright, fine. I see you're just not going to listen no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Typical older sister, younger brother relationship. Wow. I could cut the tension with a katana. Right, Dono. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. He bounced back to business quick. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was just the thing to do. Sorry, it was the just thing to do. But as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. Was that the just thing to do too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right, Dono? This is blade-proof glass, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You villain! Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely, positively blade-proof, right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single Oops. Ouch. At least it wasn't my fault. Could you tell me who this Phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard! The guest is leaving! Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. So he's been in jail for 7 years as an innocent man. Almost a decade of his life. Yeah, I'd be pretty jaded too. The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackwell? Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. He is not gonna talk. Okay. Damn. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackwell! Now what are we gonna do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? Have you been given the not-so-fun fact regarding the bags under his eyes? No? I didn't really question them. I figured it was just their way of showing how edgy he is. Like, he just has shadows under his eyes. Does the game tell me at some point? Because I'm okay waiting till the game says it. Oh shit, did I read that? Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police call the incident the UR1 incident. Haha, 1. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red Mr. Lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Let's see. The first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? That does sound pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry. I don't have it with me right now. I guess I'll have to see it some other time. Okay. Video showing the corridor to the crime scene. Blackwell was the only one to pass through at the time of the crime. And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. I mean, he could have just picked up the sword. See? There he is at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. I don't remember if it does explain it. I'll just wait till maybe near the end of the trial or chapter and see if it pops up. Okay. I am fine with that. It was the victims, kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Wow. It would be hard to explain this one away. But who took the picture? The weapon used in the murder 7 years ago. It belonged to the victim. The victim's blood was found only on the blade. Okay. But who took the picture, detective? That was my first question, too. The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. What a coincidence! Taken inadvertently, became conclusive evidence at Simon Blackwell's trial 7 years ago. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. Execution?! What did you just say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me, you didn't hear a thing! Hmm? So he was given the death sentence? Yes. He told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. Damn! What? Tomorrow? No. So it's not really a statute of limitations. It's a limitation on his life. Okay. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today. Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. So she was just gonna leave it at that and that's their last conversation ever? Damn! But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something right now. Unthinkable? It happens all the time. Unfortunately. I want to do something. I want to, but... You're a lawyer! You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding! That's quite a reaction. I bet he's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer! The robots! The robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction. They're staging a revolt! The machines are rebelling against humans! They've holed themselves up in the Space Center and taken the visitors as hostages. They did what? No. Trucy. I forgot she was there. Oh no. We have to get right over there. This is going to be one heck of a battle. Don't do it. Okay, I thought I was going to say to be continued. What the heck? December 20, Cosmos Space... Okay, before we get into this craziness, hold on. What do I need to write down? I know! Aura should not have been treating them like this. Okay, so, 7 years ago, there were 2 pieces of evidence used against Blackwell. We have those, so I'm not going to write them down. And then Blackwell wouldn't cooperate with us. Insisted he was the killer. His execution is tomorrow. Eh? I think that's about it. Okay. The riot police are here. then the robots really are holding people hostage. Hmm? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around?
But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost.
You robots have declared war on us humans. You've even taken hostages already.
Stay away from it. You never know what it'll do.
But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people, what's going on here? Pearls, over here.
Oh, Mr. Nick, there you are. I heard the terrible news, and I got so worried.
Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself.
I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy.
Blanco seems the same as before.
When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something odd? Did I...
Error. Uh-oh. There is something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired. He. Ha, 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 ha.
Blanco? They have a virus. I think Aura did this. That even matches her hair.
Ha ha ha. Human beings are our enemies. It's time for the machines to take over.
Ah! The robots are rebelling. Everybody run! Ah! It's an all-out war. It's the end of the world.
Ha 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 ha. Fools, how could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling the robots remotely.
What?
But it is true that I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey you, hostage number 1, come here. I'll let you talk to them.
Huh? There's something being displayed on Blanco's face screen. It's the Space Museum. Oh, Trucy.
Daddy? Daddy, is that you?
Trucy? Trucy, is that you? No. Trucy, are you alright?
About 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher's the one behind it. She's here Ah!
It's Aura!
This girl talks too much.
Trucy, talk to me!
Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening.
Bobby Fulbright here, I'm all ears.
I want you to bring someone to me. Play Turan's murderer, Athena Sykes.
Athena? Now hold on just one moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that.
So, you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then.
No! Wait! Gah! Mr. Lawyer!
Notice she didn't say kill one, she just said I'll just pick one.
I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me that you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. Now I'd better go contact headquarters.
Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time?
I have no idea. But this hostage taker, could it be? Could it be? Are you fucking... Could it be? I don't even know why she bothered stopping Trucy from talking about her being the one. They have drills growing out of their heads, just like her hair. Come on. The color of the screen is her color. Like,
if you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages.
and she's just talking exactly how she talks anyway. Princess? Hunk of junk? Where have I heard those before? There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackquill.
Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk.
Miss Hostage Taker, Athena's not a murderer.
What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention.
I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena. It's someone else.
All right, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer?
Oh, God. Well, I don't know if I figured that out yet. I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case?
It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is.
But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it.
Just what exactly are you proposing?
What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? Recreate it, retry it in court, ask about it. Retry it in court? And it took me reading your message through like 3 times for me to understand. The game's hand is warm, isn't it, Bishi? The hand that's holding mine. It sure is. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth.
He. Ha 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 ha. That's good. Real good. Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready.
1 hour? But that's impossible! Please, give me at least until tomorrow!
If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
She will?
And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Hunk of Junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny, got that? Now, follow Hunk of Junk. Riot police, make way. We're coming through.
Mr. Nick, wait! I'll help you with the investigation.
Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. Oh no, you didn't write it weird. It just took me a minute to understand the joke. That's on me. It was a good joke. Okay. Here we are in the robotics lab. Aura dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back.
I wonder what's taking so long. But we can't really start the investigation yet, can we?
Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago.
Mr. Wright?
Ah, it's the hostage taker.
I'm back to my usual self now. You are still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived.
A guest? Oh. Huh? What? 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 Ooh. Oh my god. In his fucking sports car. Daddy number 2!
I trust you've been well, right?
We're getting the gang back together. Oh, the glasses! Oh! Oh! Zaddy! Zaddy! Oh. Ooh. 3D is not treating you right, sir, but we know that you're hot, so it's okay. I have an acrylic standee of this man. Yes, I do. I'm gonna grab it. Hold on. Forgot I still had the magic worm. Really camouflaged. There. I got this in Japan. My Edgeworth acrylic standee with the glasses. This was like one of the few Ace Attorney merch things that I found while we were there. I wanted, because we went to the Capcom store in, I think it was Osaka. I wanted to get like those little plushies that are like the little like chibi like round things. But they were actually out of Phoenix and Edgeworth. They were totally sold out, so I got an Okami one instead. Which was also cute, but yeah. The standee was like the only Ace Attorney thing I wanted that they had. I think they had a random other stuff like folders and stuff like that, you know, like random stuff, but nothing I really liked. Anyway, Edgeworth is here. My favorite, I do feel like my favorite characters are probably Edgeworth, Phoenix, and Maya. I mean, Pearls too, but mostly those three. Yes, I think so. I think 3D Edge is hot, though. I'm gonna have to see a little bit more from him. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? I've come to give you my love. This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times, back when he was a prosecutor. But now...
Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He's chief prosecutor now. Ooh! Pretty soon, it'll be a year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss?
He's here!
So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Oh! Wow, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist Dr. Metis Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 17th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see. Ooh! Jesus.
What a terrible way to die.
All the stuff missing. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. 2 photos of the body and crime scene. They were taken by the first person to discover the body. I also have the autopsy report for you. Oh, of course you do! The cause of death was a stab wound to the chest. The weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the HAT-1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. A security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall.
But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive?
To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right. And there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know. Part about the spy, right? Right! How on earth do you know about that? Director Cosmos told me, after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the HAT-1 miracle.
Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets.
Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy, we can stay the execution? It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence.
Let's do it together.
Alright! Edgeworth is back! Ooh, I'm excited. It's like they knew you cosplayed him, so they gave him glasses to make it easier. Ah, thanks, Capcom. I still need to do an official cosplay of him, though. I just have his wig. That's it. Edgeworth is somehow hotter in 3D. I don't know. I'm gonna go on a break. I do need to go on a break because I'm out of water again. Oh, again. This holds like nothing. But it keeps the water cold, so. Anyway. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't deny that he's hot. But I just feel like the 3D is not doing him justice. It's not doing him justice. I've never understood why branded anime file folders are a thing. When I got my figure in the mail, it came with one as a bonus. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I mean, I guess it's cool for, like, when you're still going to school and you need folders, like, to go in your binders and stuff, but I don't need folders anymore. His theme with real instruments this time. Yes. That 3D cravat, that crunchy texture. I don't care that the 3D is rough. I love him no matter what. I still love him. I still love him. I just, you know, going from the animated style of like, oh my god, yay, to this was like, oh. It almost felt like a downgrade. But that's just my opinion. When I played the games, I was like, wow, court cases are so short. And then I looked up the average is around... The shortest is a month, but usually a year to 2 years. Oh, yeah. Some court cases can go on for years and years. And sometimes it's because the lawyers are, like, you know, doing lawyer things and pushing things back as much as possible and postponing and appealing and stuff like that. Yeah, the legal process is so complicated. Maybe it's a cultural thing, like how a lot of Ita bags in Japan have several of the exact same pin. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I did see a lot of folders as merch in different places over there, yeah. You have to show him the cronut. He's not gonna say anything. Well, I'll do it. I'll do it for old time's sake. It must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back. I was wrong! He is saying things. Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. Yeah, I was the one that made the decision. But now you can stand in court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on a guy. And since when did I get such a brutal reputation? I just want to read fanfiction about them now. Yeah, the badge is the cronut. I call it the cookie, because I think it looks like a little cookie. Oh, they so used to bone. Come on! It's like it's built into the fabric of the game series. It's built in. One of the artists that worked on the series shipped them. Come on. Come on. They are so, like, used to be a thing coded. Maybe they can reignite that spark. Oh, I know. It's like one of the most popular ships. Yes. I always forget that their ship name is Narumitsu. Because it's Naruhodo and... What's Edgeworth's name in Japanese? I don't think I've ever heard it. Old Man Yowie! My favorite. My favorite. Mitsurugi. And what pun is that? I know it is one. if I've ever actually looked up Ace Attorney fanfiction. To be fair, nowadays it's rare for me to read fanfiction. I did read a lot of Yakuza fanfiction like last year, because I somehow got back into reading it, and then I fell out of it again. I haven't been reading a lot in general lately. I think when I get really stressed out, I don't have the attention span for reading. I've been trying to, like, borrow books from the library on my phone a bunch, and I keep having to return them before I finish because I just don't want to read. I just want to, like, watch YouTube and TikTok. That's it. His name is Reiji Mitsurugi. I would have to look up the pun. Oh, okay, that's fine. No worries. I've heard the reason puns are changed so much in anime localization is because Japanese puns don't make sense in English. Yeah. It's totally like a cultural and language difference, you know? They often just have to kind of like... Honestly, localizers are amazing because sometimes they will just have to think of a equivalent pun that still kind of gives the same feeling as the original, you know what I mean? And they can get really creative with it, and it's really amazing what they do. Because some things are subjective, I think that's when people start to kind of like have arguments about it, like, oh, why did they translate it to say that instead of this? And, you know, literal translation versus like what's the intended message behind what was said, things like that. Because Japanese is so vastly different from English, it's a little difficult to do a one-to-one, and it makes sense. I think that's why a lot of the times when you know some Japanese and you're watching anime, for instance, and you hear them say, you know, a phrase in Japanese that you know with minimal knowledge, like I'll even bring that up sometimes. I'll be like, oh, the literal thing that they said was this. It's interesting they translated it to say that. Because there's often like implied meaning, and, you know, a localizer is someone who literally has like a degree in the language or speaks both languages fluently, whatever. You know, they're gonna know better than the average Joe, so. Mitsurugi can apparently be read as sword, and Reiji can be interpreted as clever or sharp, so Edgeworth is a pretty good localization. Wow. And then Phoenix and Edgeworth are just such, like, staples now. Like, that's their names, you know, to so many of the fans that played the localization now, so yeah. Okay, anyway, I am completely out of water, and we still have some more stream to do, so I will be on another break. I'll be gone a little bit longer this time, but it should still be less than 5 minutes, so BRB. Hello, I'm back. I saw we got a raid from Ghost. Welcome in. Let me get a shout out for you. What were you streaming? How'd it go? Tell me all about it. We are in the middle of some Ace Attorney. We're actually in technically the last case of the game. We just started it today, and Edgeworth is back. I'm very excited. I love Edgeworth. Let me catch up with chat here, and then we'll keep going. 0% love with Edgeworth's cravat. That sucks. 44% love with Megane Edgeworth. Welcome in, Duckysaurus, Banquos, and Ghost. Welcome in, y'all. She's getting watered. Yeah, like a plant. I'm so thirsty today. I don't know why. Well, I filled up my water this time, so. I also gulped down like half a glass of water while I was over there, so I'm hoping that helps. Yeah, I don't know. Usually, like, I just need a sip every now and then because, you know, I'm talking so much, but today I'm just, like, actually really thirsty. Maybe I'm dehydrated. I don't know. Oh, and then that quote, Flame, was said by Alfred. I actually fixed it and added his name, so now he can't escape his shame in the future. Anyway, alright. More Ace of Attorney. Alright, I think we need to talk to Edgeworth. Still? No, we talked. Okay, is there anything I need to write down? In my notes? Maybe not. We got some evidence from him. We got the pictures and stuff. Yeah, so the goal of this is to prove... Okay. Yeah. So our goal is to prove that the suspect in the bombing and murder 7 years ago is the same as this one. Now, we kind of already have figured that out because... what? We know it's the same because the director got a threat referencing details only the killer would know for this bombing, the one from modern day. Simon is in jail, so he couldn't have done it. So the murderer is not him. Okay. But we have to, like, actually prove it. In a court of law, of course. Alright. What's the last thing we said? I guess that was it. So now we can look around. Okay, let's look around. Here we go. This is what I've been looking forward to all day. Some examining. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. See the cute little food processor?
That... oh, that's Edgeworth. That isn't a food processor, Pearls. That's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. Scheduled. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. First on the scene, huh? Staff member and 2 police officers, was it? Oh my god, I can't talk. Okay. So, the case from 7 years ago. Let's get some details written down on that, too. So, the Hope capsule was collected by 3 people, and they were the first on the scene of the crime. Staff member and 2 officers. Who was the staff member? Was it Aura, perhaps? And they were here to collect the capsule, which reminds me. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura Blackwell. I wonder what they're talking about. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made, shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So, he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Okay. It was at the crime scene 7 years ago. It was launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. So maybe it had evidence from the case 7 years ago, and that's why it was destroyed in the bombing. Okay. Special bag was used to transport the capsule. Okay. I'm just writing my thoughts down. Okay. Look at this big drill. This is one heck of a robot.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgetron JTO2.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago, either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh?
But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo.
Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there, too. Strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo.
Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna write down too. Black and yellow moon rock stolen 7 years ago. Spotted in the photo with the bomb pieces from the courtroom bombing. I noticed that. It hasn't said anything yet, though. Oh yeah, I updated that quote, so I have Alfred saying it now. He can't escape it now.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
So the person who stole it, you think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Okay, that's everything right there. We got that. Okay. And then we're gonna say... whoever stole the moon rock is probably the criminal. What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe?
It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think these thin parts here are finger bones. They're even about as long as my legs.
And there's a spiked ball and giant drill on the floor, too. Is Aura trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction?
Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something.
I can picture her gleefully tearing down the street doing just that. I'd better not think about it anymore. You'll have nightmares. What's this? Looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station.
That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up.
Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Roomba could do that. I'm not impressed.
If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see.
Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? Poor robots. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around.
I bet they'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know! We could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us!
Oh. Does she still like him? Oh my god. I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. I forgot that. Oh, Pearly. Here we go. 3D! Can we blame her? No, not really. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. Oh, yeah. The explosion disabled the elevators. So, I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. Okay. Emergency ladder. It was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. It was used to evacuate Space Center personnel. Okay. Looks like an operating table. It's in the photo, too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know. I'll try pushing it.
Pearls!
Don't touch the... Oopsie.
Oh! Jesus! Oh, it's building a robot! Hey, it's moving. It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Okay. Oh, it's just gonna keep... Oh! Yeah, it's just gonna keep building robots. Okay. Interesting. I mean, what if she got stabbed by this thing? I don't know. Okay, I'm surprised we can't do more with that. Here? Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me.
Ooh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do... Metis. She just glanced over at her desk. The picture, yes. It's Metis Sykes. Blanco, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal.
You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area.
He's traumatized! Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident?
When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused.
Huh. So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother, but Aura Blackwell Miss Aura?
With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance.
Catecholamine.
Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her.
After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well.
That is correct, but without the new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura.
Oh, so they did call her Mom. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Clonco, huh?
That murder destroyed so many lives.
Right. Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Onko and Clonco. They're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Clonco's series features can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system, recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag, can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered, can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice, and communicate with them. So, Clonco... I know Clonco's kind of glitchy, so I guess that's why he thinks that Apollo is his friend? I don't know. Heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a human is present. They can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features, and they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you. What's that supposed to mean? Kinda sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. Is Athena a robot? The realest robot of all? It explains the recognition and communication features of the robots. I guess that was it. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. So, what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Yep. He called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. Oh.
So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back?
Yep, the Blackwell case. Oh, wow. Right. I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Oh, Blackwell worked for him. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Very soon, a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Ah, just when I'm beginning to actually like the job I have now. Is that about the piano job? The scam job? Right. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. No need to apologize. Like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you're after now aren't small fries anymore. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. I'm going to end the dark age of the law. That's what this is all about. Phoenix is gonna save lawyering!
The dark age of the law. It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever.
Is this when I should be doing the low voice? I'm waiting for her to, like, stare into our souls, you know? When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. Wah, 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 wah. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence. No way! And a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Wait, do you mean...
That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's. It was a downward spiral after that. An absolute nightmare. After those 2 cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together. So dramatic.
It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other.
Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage-taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Yeah, she might have outgrown that face she used to do. Do you have any idea who the hostage-taker might be? I don't know, chat. Do we have any idea who it could possibly be? I don't know. It's a tough one. Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really only be Aura Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing is for you to solve UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence.
And then maybe she'll release the hostages.
I'm counting on you, right? Set that prosecutor and those hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't an official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center. So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court again. Time to see Athena. Yeah. I'm thinking this is the last thing that will happen today. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
There she is.
And Pearly, too. I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant.
And because you're my friend, and I was worried about you.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not the only one who's worried either.
Really? Who else?
I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. No wonder you knew so much about the place.
Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
That's all right. But there are some other things I'd like to ask you.
Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you.
I like Athena. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered.
I was actually at the Space Center that day.
Oh, God.
In the Space Museum.
Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good.
I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that.
Oh, that was a serious face. She did it. She did it. Wait, 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 wait. Take me back.
That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that.
We have the face. We have the pearly, creepy face. I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. We got it. Okay, so, Athena. She says she went to the Space Museum the day of the Moida. Or she went the day before? The day before the bombing.
This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed for repairs and they weren't letting anybody in.
Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there.
But I snuck in anyway.
Did you want to see that Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mom in it?
I did. But what I really wanted to see was her jacket.
I knew that was her jacket. Jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes? Eh? The jacket worn by Dr. Sykes.
But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow. But I guess I passed out.
Well, they could have put fingerprints on her at that point. Okay. When she saw her mom's jacket, she passed out.
When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me.
Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave?
How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day.
Damn! The heck? That is a long time.
I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge too. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home.
No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough.
Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay?
I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So, during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course, I believe her. But will anybody else? Well, it almost reminds me of the other guy. What if someone drugged her? Like, she passed out, and then they drugged her while she was asleep? And that's why she doesn't have good memory, too? I don't know. Oh, I think it matters where she woke up. Hold on. She woke up at 12 p.m. the next day behind the rocket in the museum. So was she there during... Yeah, because the murder of Turan happened at like 10 a.m. So she was sleeping behind the rocket while everything happened, the bombing and everything. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing?
Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice, and my special ability. Someday, when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt.
Wow, robots that can understand people.
I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me.
Huh.
Oh, sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff.
No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. By the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones.
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. Oh, I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen.
What were they for?
Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation, but I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand.
Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research.
I want to believe that, but just about the only things my mother left me with are Widget. And this earring.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me in her own way.
I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did. Because that's what I want to believe too. Oh. Oh. Okay. Athena feels like her mom just treated her like a test subject. And then earlier, Woods was saying that Athena, as a kid, would feel people's emotions too much. Her mom made her wear headphones whenever they went out, and she hated them. Okay. An earring that Dr. Sykes gave to Athena. The stone was cut from a real moon rock that was being used for research. I better ask her a little more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Okay. It just tells me what to do. Where is it? There's like a cut off robot arm with blood on the end of it. Hmm. It looks like one of the carts is missing from this photo. I'm gonna write that down. And what is this? This is the photos from 7 years ago. In one photo with Simon, there's 3 rolling carts. In the empty room photo, the carts is missing. Okay. Something I noticed. They want the newspaper. Okay, it is this picture. Okay.
I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to present evidence like that again. I'll probably never work as a lawyer again now.
Don't talk like that, Athena. We're going to clear you of all suspicion. Just you wait.
Hope you can. I really hope you can.
Isn't that what they wanted me to do? Was that not it? Isn't the hat one launch? Time to present everything because I'm confused. Even the murder weapon that killed your mom! Oh. Oh, this one! Sorry, I didn't even remember there was a newspaper thing in there. Okay.
Oh, the Ponko series. You must have gone to the robotics lab.
My bad. You seem to really love Ponko and Klonko.
Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know?
Almost like her siblings. Yeah, so that arm... I thought I had seen that arm before. The arm in this picture that's on the table is Klonko's. From this picture. Okay, I'm gonna write that down too. Photo of Simon. Robot arm on table belongs to Klonko. From the photo of the team from 7 years ago. Okay. It truly is always the newspaper. God damn it.
Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo too.
See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better.
What a weirdo I was. It looks like there's something written on the bandages.
Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Ponko." But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash.
Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the robotics lab.
I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked just like magic to me what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it.
On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center?
Yes, a little. And this person has even taken hostages?
I guess I'd better spare her the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago.
What? You're kidding me.
So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might... Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then?
Yes. He used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate and straight as an arrow. Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes. That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago.
Right.
Please, you have to listen to me.
Oh no, baby Athena.
He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her.
I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about? She heard the voice of his heart.
You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony.
Girls is right. You did the very best you could at the time. But nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell.
But you're different now.
You're always so bright and cheerful. Like me.
Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me. Doesn't seem like Athena knows. That Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. Ooh! I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him.
She just wants to save him, and he's been such a jerk to her.
Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say? No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent. He was? I wonder if he smiled like he used to back then. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Ah! I thought you might be here. Mr. Lawyer, we're in trouble. We are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session.
Oh no, but this is an emergency.
It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. Oh my god. My phone. The same ringtone for 20 years. It's from Chusi.
I told you I'd give you 1 hour. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No! Don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I can do.
The cruelest injustice is about to befall us.
No, this can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us.
Wait a minute. Maya?
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. We are gonna go to the... I even said that earlier. I was like, oh, we should hold trial here. That must have really been something, although weird is par for the course with you. A courtroom blew up. That's it. There is a courtroom we can use after all.
Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her?
Hold it!
Aura, please don't add to the crimes you've already committed.
So you know who I am, do you? It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway.
We're ready to start the trial. So dramatic. We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4, the one blown up by the bomber.
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven?
My brother?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending.
What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell?
I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass.
What?
See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. What is she talking about? Athena? Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? If Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I kill my own mother?
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God damn! No way. It can't be true.
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 black cyclocks. Seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. Damn. I didn't remember them. Well, I still don't think she did it. Why does she think she could have done it, though? Like, is her memory fuzzy from back then, too? I mean, I guess trauma can do that. Maybe she forgot what happened. Maybe she saw the murder happen and she blocked out who did it. You know? Okay. Well, my God. Next time is going to be day 1 of the trial. The second and last time they are ever used. When was the first time? I don't remember. Dang. Okay. Well, let me write down. We're going to be defending Athena next time, but want to prove both her and Simon innocent. Dang. Aura thinks Athena killed her mom, and Athena had Cyclops on whether she did it or not. The element of surprise has been lost, PC Man. Kristoff from the first Apollo, when asked what the... You did it anyway. When asked what the extent of his actions were, the Black Cyclops appeared. Okay. Kristoff, right. Didn't have a timer. Oh, you're just guessing. Dang. Well, that was pretty good. Only 21 seconds off, man. Or it's a case of she thought something bad about her mother and her mother died, so she thought, yeah, right. Because she said she didn't have a good relationship with her mom. She thought her mom just treated her like a test subject, so yeah. I know, cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. Okay. Well, that's gonna be it. I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna be doing probably like an hour or something of You Laugh, You Drink. And then I'll be playing Date Everything after that. So I guess I'll be playing Date Everything Tipsy tomorrow. But yeah. Well, that depends. That depends on if you guys make me laugh a lot. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, either way, I'll be back at 9:30 tomorrow with some fun stuff. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be playing more of this probably next week. Maybe next Tuesday, Wednesday, perhaps. But I will let y'all know the schedule when I figure it out. Or even when Edgeworth thought he killed his dad. Right. There's been a lot of moments like this, honestly, in the series. But anyway, I will leave y'all with that cliffhanger, and we'll pick it back up next time, either way. Have a great night, everybody. There's my social media if you want to follow me anywhere. I'm trying to get YouTube up to date with all the videos, all the streams, but there's a lot. I'm doing my best. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully, for some Friday night hangouts. And either way, I hope you'll have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!